So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. My name is Renu Mehta, and I'm here to introduce the Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music and the Pandit Jasraj concert that's taking place on May 5th. It's a Saturday, and the legendary Pandit Jasraj will also be coming for this concert, to play in this concert. So here is your opportunity to, listen to the legend once again in Toronto. First of all, I'd like to introduce Dr. Amit Arya. He's sitting right between these two lovely ladies. And he is the founder of the Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music in Toronto. We also have Nimi Papneja and Harsha Shah. They are both students of this institute, and they are learning under the tutelage of Dr. Amit Arya. And now I'd like to invite Dr. Amit Arya to say a few words about this concert and his participation and his performance in the concert with Pandit Jasraj ji.
Yeah, thank you, Renuji, and I would like to thank all of you for coming to this event today. Definitely, it already feels like it's been a long journey, because this is such a big endeavor that we aim to create in the Toronto area. To be associated in any way, and definitely to be leading an institute which is named after such a big artist, and my guru, Sangeet Martand Pandit Jasraj ji, is definitely a lot of pressure, and we look forward to a lot of public support and in helping us make not only the concert a success, but our institute one of the landmark institutes to promote Indian classical music in the Toronto area and in Ontario. So, basically our event is happening on May 5th, right, 2012 at 5 p.m. in this very beautiful venue, the Shringeri Vidya Bharati Foundation Concert Hall. It's definitely a very sacred and auspicious venue because the temple of Ma Saraswati is right next to us, who is the goddess of learning and goddess of music, who we all worship. So we are very, very blessed and very happy to be part of these sacred surroundings to present our inaugural concert. This concert will be, a bit of a unique presentation, and the aim will be not only for listeners to enjoy the music, but also in keeping with the aims of the Institute, to educate themselves about Indian classical music and what are some of the basic principles behind Indian classical music. One of those key principles that we all adhere by is the concept of Guru Shishya Parampara. We learn, or we are taught, and we know that Indian classical music, and in fact a lot of Eastern arts, are what we call Guru Mukh Vidya, meaning the knowledge which is imparted directly from the mouth of the Guru. This is usually not something which is written down. Writing down, even in Indian classical music, has only been a recent phenomenon. And even now, I would say most of the things that we teach or we learn are usually imparted directly through the Guru's guidance. So, in this concert, of course, headlining the concert will be the living legend, Sangeet Martand Padma Vibhushan Pandit Jasraj ji, who is the founder of the Institute, the inspiration behind everything what we do. So he will be the feature artist, of course, and is no stranger to audiences all around the world, especially in Toronto, where he's had a very long and loving relationship with. Also in the concert, we will have Pandita Tripti Mukherjee, who lives in New York, tours with Puja Guruji all over the world. She runs the Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music in New York, New Jersey, and Pittsburgh, which has over 200 students. Many of her students, through her constant efforts, have been performing as well in the New York, New Jersey area, as well as in India. And she is known as the only performer to have performed in Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi, as well as the White House. She's also performed in many of India's great festivals, such as the Saptak Festival, Dover Lane, Hari Vallabh, festivals, which are feature festivals for classical music. Also, as part of this concert, I'll be performing, and I'll be the introductory artist, because we want to show 3 generations of the Mewati Gharana. This is the theme of the whole concert, so we hope that as many people as possible will come to support us, attend, learn about Indian classical music, and expose themselves to this great lineage and great art. Thanks.
Yeah, and tell them about their experience, about how they feel about learning Hindustani classical music. And they are the sort of founding students and have been learning from Dr. Arya since the foundation was established. So Nimi, perhaps you'd like to come up, and then Harsha can come up and say a few words. So you can come up together as well.
Hi. Once again, I'm Nimi Papneja, and
I'm Harsha Shah.
And I'm very, very honored and proud to be a part of the Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music. I've been with the Institute since before it was formally founded, and learning from a Guruji like Dr. Amit Arya has been a joy. It has been my passion to learn Indian classical music. I've loved it always. And, you know, one of the things that I was seeking for was a guru that I could learn from. And even though I'm much older, you know, I don't think music has any barriers, or you can start at any age. But in our institute, we have students of all age groups, and you know, it's learning. It's a pride to be a part of the Mewati Gharana, and to have Bade Guruji, Pandit Just Sangeet Martand, Pandit Jasraj Ji, the legend, as you know, the torchbearer of the Gharana. It is indeed an honor for us. And Harsha, we really...
I just agree with you. Nothing much.
Yeah, and we are really also very, very excited about the upcoming concert, the 3 generations of the Mewati Gharana. It's going to be like Guruji said, it's going to be like one of its kind concerts in Canada. And we are very excited, and I hope that we see this Sringeri concert hall to be filled up. And we know it will be filled up because the tickets are selling really, really fast. And we encourage people to come on board and get these tickets as soon as they can. And you can, you know, get them online, or you can also contact one of the students or directly the Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music. And so it is a very exciting concert that's coming up, and we are really happy that we are part of it. And if you have any other questions, we'd be happy to answer.
I think Nimi has said everything I wanted to say, but I can add something to it for the people like me who wanted to learn music from right people, Mewati Gharana. They will have access to learn here from Dr. Amit Ji. So that's the only thing I wanted to say, that people who really want to learn classical music, they have opportunity to learn here too.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. Here is your opportunity, Torontonians, to learn Hindustani classical music. I mean, we all go for Bollywood shows and Bollywood music, and this is a completely different kind of music, something that we should nurture. This is our heritage, our tradition, to learn Hindustani classical music. And now I'd like to take some questions, if you have any questions.
This is P.V. Nagaraju from India Observer. How many students do you have in this institute?
Currently?
Yeah.
Currently, we have about 12 students.
So how best the music is accepted by the local student?
Well, I would just say that they're definitely is very well accepted. All of the students are learning with a lot of dedication, a lot of love, and they have a lot of their own motivation to come to the classes, learn, practice, listen to the classes, ask questions about the music. And I would say it's through their hard work and dedication that many of them have already progressed quite a bit in terms of their knowledge and performing caliber in the last year since the Institute has been open.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Harsha Shah, and I'm learning from Mewati Gharana since last June. And it's one of the best experience in my life. Since childhood, I always loved music and somehow never got chance to learn. And I'm so pleased to learn from Mewati Gharana. Our Guruji, Dr. Amit Arya, is an amazing person, amazing teacher. And it's just not a music institute, but it's like a family that we are all so close. And I love learning music from them.
Yes, my name is Amit Arya, and I'm an Indian classical vocalist based in the GTA and the artistic director of the Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music Toronto, which is a not-for-profit corporation. So a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Vancouver, and I started learning Indian classical music from a very young age, since the age of 6 actually, initially in India on a trip. In 1996, I was very, very fortunate to come under the tutelage of the living legend and world-renowned maestro of Indian classical music, Sangeet Martand Pandit Jasraj ji, through his initial school, which was set up in Vancouver, the Pandit Jasraj School of Music, Vancouver. Since then, I have trained intensively under him, as well as several of his senior disciples, Sri Hemang Mehta and Sri Pritam Bhattacharya, and I have performed all over North America in several prestigious venues, as well as in India. For more information about me, you can visit my website, which is www.amitarya.ca. Now, a little bit about our upcoming event. This event is the inaugural event of the Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music Toronto, and it's happening on May 5th, 2012 at 5 p.m. at the Sringeri Vidya Bharati Concert Hall, which is located in Etobicoke. For more information and more details about the event, you can definitely visit our website, which is www.panditjasrajinstitute.ca. More information can also be found at my website, which is once again www.amitarya.ca. What's very unique about this concert is that, of course, headlining the event, we will have the living legend, Sangeet Martand Padma Vibhushan Pandit Jasraj ji, who is my guru and he is the founder of our institute here in Toronto. So he will be performing, and he is, of course, very well known to all people all over the world, and especially in Toronto. He shares a special relationship with many of you whom he's been presenting concerts for over the years. Also performing will be a fantastic artist based in New York, Pandita Tripti Mukherjee, who has been learning from the living legend Pandit Jasraj ji for over 30 years now. She is the director of the Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music, New York, New Jersey. She is also the first Indian classical vocalist to have performed in the White House, as well as the Rashtrapati Bhavan, or the Presidential House of India as well. Recently, she also accompanied Puji Guruji Sangeet Martand Pandit Jasraj ji to perform in a very unique location in Antarctica, near the South Pole. So she is a world-renowned classical vocalist and is definitely a big maestro of music, and she will be performing. I will also be presenting my music as well as part of this unique concert showcasing 3 generations of the Mewati Gharana, right, which is the lineage or the tradition of music that we all learn from. Well, Indian classical music has its origins back in the Vedas. And the unique part of this music is that it's a very highly evolved technical form of music, which is very closely linked to emotion and spirituality. The unique form about this music is also that it is a genre which is developed by fusing many different cultural music, such as Qawwali, Drupad, Bhajan. All these things have their integration in the current Khyal music of which we call Indian classical music. The other point about this music is that Unlike Western classical music, which is fixed, Indian classical music is improvisational, meaning that oftentimes a performer will decide the name of the rag and the composition which he's going to perform on the stage, right? As soon as he enters the stage, and the improvisations and the melodic interplay which he creates are completely spontaneous. And this is part of the fun and the uniqueness of Indian classical music and performing Indian classical music. Well, I mean, I would definitely say, music is music, so I don't really have any bias. I am an Indian classical musician, so I have bias for Indian classical music, but in the end, music is music. And I think in order to perform well in any genre of music, you need years of intensive training, dedication, and particularly in Eastern styles of music, as we're talking about now, Indian classical music, the most important thing that we talk about is the role of a guru, right? And the role of guru shishya, meaning the exact word translation is not teacher, but rather more somebody who's a guide and a disciple, and how that relationship works to move you along your own individual musical path, which in the end may not be performing necessarily Indian classical music. So, from that point of view, I would just like to say that Indian classical music now, through the presence of many big artists, which many of us have heard of, like Pandit Ravi Shankar, my Guruji, Pandit Jasraji, Ustad Zakir Hussain, is becoming actually more and more famous and is becoming more and more a mainstream phenomenon where a lot of young people are learning much more than 10 or 20 years ago.
Hi, my name is Nimi Papneja, and I'm one of the students of Pandit Jasraj Institute of Music. And I have started learning Indian classical music even before the institute was established with Dr. Amit Arya, who's the director and founder of the institute. And I love learning Indian classical music because I had a passion for it ever since I was very young, but I did not have an opportunity to learn before. And I really enjoy learning from this institute because the Mewati Gharana is one of a kind. The way music is taught at this Gharana is a little different from others. A lot of emphasis is given on the words and the emotions and the bhavas. So I do really enjoy learning from Dr. Amit Arya, and basically I'm also looking forward to the upcoming concert of our Gharana, and it's one of a kind concert in Canada. It's called the 3 Generations of Mewati Gharana, and it'll feature my guru, Dr. Amit Arya ji, as well as Pandita Tripti Mukherjee. She's one of the finest senior disciples of Pandit Jasraj, and of course the legend Sangeet Martand, Pandit Jasraj ji, will be performing on this auspicious day at the Sringeri temple. So I'm really excited about it, and of course I'm very proud to be a member of this institute, and I hope that a lot of people will come and join us at this concert, which will be sold very quickly.